What is up, good people? Welcome back to the Sinusoidal music channel. Today we've got a really unique rap slash R&B style of track for you guys. The artist is called Kid Travis. He is a rapper, vocalist, and producer from Philadelphia. And he's accompanied by Eluzai, who's another producer who creates a lot of unique lo-fi and pretty funky beats on YouTube and other platforms. We'll of course have links to all of these artists in the description below. And right before I hit that play button, I wanted to tell you guys that Sinusoidal has got a new newsletter where we give out special exclusive recommendations and we discuss a lot of other topics related to music. You can consider subscribing to that if you'd like to support us and help us continue bringing you some tasty tunes. So let's jump into the track for the day. The track is called Galaxy. And it's a pretty magical and otherworldly vibe. So let's let the music do the talking.
Yeah, I went from loving you to looking for love in the wrong place. In every corner of the galaxy, yeah, I will see your face. There's no telling who is winning in this race. Which destiny will just wait for us.
Damn, there's so much going on. But wait, let's start with that drum loop because I think the drums are a really big part of what makes this track really unique. So it's the drums. So they're doing percussion. But wait a minute, they're also doing a melody. What is that melody? Let's count it out. Let me try to make it really simple. It's like 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. So that's it's like an eighth note kind of groove that the drums have got going on. So it's already like quite peppy. It's got quite a lot of energy. But in terms of like that melodic element, it's not just going in a straight like one pitch, but it goes 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. Let's check it out a little bit closely one more time.
Yeah, I went from loving you to looking for love in the wrong place. In every corner of the galaxy, yeah, I will see your face.
And the vocals are so clean. I think the production quality is really high and they've really like nailed the mixing and the mastering. The voice, it sounds just so clean and so tight, yet it sounds so organic. And it's really cool mix that they've got down for this track. It suits the vibe of the song Galaxy like really well.
There's no telling who is winning in this race. Which destiny will just wait for us.
Oh man, who hasn't loved and lost before? And the songwriting is beautiful. It's really setting the tone for this kind of heartbreak love story, and it's telling it in a really unique way as well. The song is not afraid to be very honest. It's like the artist is just having a conversation with themselves.
Just wait for us. We've been chasing moments just like us, with all of these pretty faces we don't trust. I need to let you know I want you closer. I've been moving on, keep trying to keep moving on. Do me right, that was only for the night. Do me right, make it right.
Oh man, that is really tight. That entire switch up is so smooth, and there was one synth element that came in, but if you think about this entire track so far has been just primarily three elements in that first section, and then when the switch up happens, let me just go back to the switch up for a second.
In this rush, which destiny will just wait for us. We've been chasing moments just like us, with all of these pretty faces we don't trust. I need to let you know I want you closer. I've been moving on.
So that's really cool. I mean, I just started grooving to the lyrics in the song again, but I'm gonna go back to what I was talking about. Just three elements mainly, and then just this one very mellow, it's almost like a light synth being added. Songwriting and production, you don't always need like an entire array of tracks and like a lot of effects working overtime just to make something really loud or make the amplitude really high or some effect really exaggerated. It's more about working with the right creative choices. So even within just say choosing 4 elements, and of course there are layers to each of these elements, right? The drum beat would have started out as a skeleton beat, and then it got layered up with stuff over time, and it got decorated and it got built up. But still, it's not like you're adding an entirely new element. You can just create so much with so little. Less is more. This actually reminds me of this one really cool video that I saw. Sadowick Productions using one effect at 1,000% or using 1,000 effects at 1%. I think that's what the title goes like. But anyways, I'm going to dig out the link and leave it for you guys over here. Really interesting topic. He talks about how you can do a lot with very little, and this track is a really cool example for that. You just had the drums, you had the bass line and the vocals, and then you just added like another synth element, which is a very mellow, laid back synth. It's just adding like the arpeggios and a few chords into the entire mix. But what a nice atmosphere just this much has painted.
Keep trying to keep moving on. Tell me right, that was only for the night. Tell me right, make it sound right. Yeah, make it sound right. I'm looking for every guy, every guy, every guy. I'm on guy, every guy, the phone guys, the guy, every club, the guy.
Hold on, let's replay that. That was just some intergalactic magic happening right there. We really need to hear this one more time.
Make it sound right. I'm looking for every guy, every guy, every guy, every guy. I'm on guy, every guy, the phone guys, the guy.
So this part is probably my favorite part of this entire track, which is a tough choice to make because the songwriting has been so good and that vocal delivery has been so on point. But this just gets me. It's just intergalactic magic which they've created here. I think they've used primarily 2 techniques to achieve this. So here's the recipe. There's some side chaining going on the vocals. At the same time, they're also using some vocal chops. And they're seasoning that with a little bit of reverb and a bit of delay. So you can hear how there's a lot of like rhythmic stuff going on in the vocal. So it's just starting and stopping. And that reverb, it's like it's got a really long tail. So it's like the vocals hit and then it stops and then the reverb just is ringing out. And that adds like almost like another thumping kind of thing. It's hard to explain, but you can really feel it in that mellow hype that's created in this part. I absolutely love it. It's awesome when music confuses me, I love it when I don't know what's going on because that's where I really get to learn something new. And Kid Travis and Eluzai, you guys, I absolutely fucking smashed it in this part. So my final thoughts on this track. I think it's a pretty simple structure. It's A, B, C, and then those parts repeat again. And even in terms of production, we spoke about how it's not really overcrowded, but it's also executed with a lot of really good creative choices and it's just tastefully put together. One thing I think deserves some attention, which we've not spoken about, is just how amazing the delivery is on this track. The vocal delivery starts out on the 3rd beat. It's I don't know if they've done this through like planned perfection, like mathematical genius, or it's just been like freehand magic which has come out when they were just recording or they were just like jamming onto the track. But the vocals start off on the 3rd count, and when it goes to the first switch up where we hit "We've Been Chasing Moments," then the vocals start to come on the 1 again. It continues for a while, but somewhere through this transition it switches back to the 3, and there's almost like this 13 bar build up where it lands back on the 1 and then it continues from there. I don't know if I'm over geeking out about this, but this is something which was really cool and creative for me. And even that section in the switch up where he says, "I need to let you know I want you closer," the way the syllables are delivered is really cool because you're saying a lot of words in a pretty quick amount of time, and the beat is again very peppy and fast. So it's not so easy to get such a clean and crisp delivery on every word. Like each word of the song was so easy to listen to and very clear, and it was really enjoyable, because that's what you want with a song like this. You want the lyrics to work their magic. Galaxy by Kid Travis. You heard it here on the Sinusoidal Music channel. If you enjoyed this video, check out another song. We've got a lot of really cool artists on our roster, and to be honest, there's just too much good music out there. We just like try to do our best to give you guys whatever we can sit and go through in a week's time. If you have some suggestions which you would like us to review, feel free to drop them in the comments. Check out some of our other videos and consider subscribing to the channel. It'll help us out a lot. But this is Prince Charazad for Sinusoidal Music, signing off.